Hey, what's going on everyone? We've got an update for the future of Power Rangers on the big screen. Now recently you guys remember that Hasbro actually purchased the rights from Saban Entertainment for the Power Rangers license. I think before that they had the toy rights and things like that, but obviously it moved further and now they've basically got the entire franchise to use for television and film rights and video games, etc, etc. So the interesting thing about this is actually the chief of Hasbro was recently asked about what their plans are for the IP, and essentially he said that they bought it because they felt that it was being vastly underused recently and there's tons of potential for future movies and video games and other media. So this is interesting news, but it's not very surprising because apparently they shelled out a ton of cash and stock to actually get the Power Rangers rights, so you would assume that they would want to use them, and that's exactly what he's saying here. So we will be getting new Power Rangers movies, but probably not going to be continuing the 2017 film from Lionsgate or that cast of characters. Likely it'll be a reboot. I mean, anything could happen, but I'm just going to assume that it will be a reboot because that incarnation of the Power Rangers kind of failed to hit box office expectations. It actually flopped pretty hard. I think it only ended up making about 140 million worldwide at the end of its box office run. I mean, it didn't even make a dent in China as well, which a lot of people assumed that in foreign markets it would have done very well, but that wasn't the case. So Hasbro is currently assembling a cinematic universe right now, which will consist of characters like Rom the Space Knight, Micronauts, Mask, G.I. Joe, Transformers, Dungeons and Dragons, and more. And Power Rangers seems like another property they could easily slide in. Hasbro typically works with the studio Paramount, so it's assumed that if there was to be another cinematic incarnation of that franchise, it would be under Paramount this time, leading more credence to the idea that they'll do away with the Lionsgate incarnation. So drop your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you guys excited that we will be getting more Power Rangers movies, but that they won't be the 2017 version of the characters, that they'll likely be rebooted and part of the upcoming Hasbro Paramount Cinematic Universe, which will include Transformers, G.I. Joe, Rom, Space Knight, Mask, Micronauts, and other properties. And for more updates on Power Rangers and the future of the Hasbro universe, be sure to subscribe to Hybrid Network. Thank you guys again for checking this video out. If you want to get even more updates from us, check out our social media platforms, our website for news and editorials, and if you want to see our content improve and help us out, donate to us on our Patreon and you can get exclusive rewards.